Hey guys, first I just want to celebrate the fact that you guys were on time to our meetings last week in Discovery Street, and that means so much to me, and it helps things run so smoothly when everybody is on time. I want to thank you for that. Let's keep up that trend. Also, I want to apologize for what happened at the end because the adult worship service ended so soon. We started letting kids, dismissing kids before you had a chance to finish your lesson. And that was just miscommunication on my part and other leaders' parts. We were all taken off guard by the fact that the adult worship service ended so early. But we want you to know that we value what you do, and we value that class time. And this week and in the future, if that happens again, the adult worship service ends that early, you will have the full class time to finish your lesson, because that's important. We're not going to stop teaching just because the adults are done teaching. We're not a babysitting service. We're there to instill principles in these kids and teach them the gospel. So sorry about what happened a couple weeks ago. We're going to make sure that doesn't happen again. So thank you for being on time. Sorry for the confusion with the dismissal. And I want to tell you about this week. This week is really exciting because we're talking about Jesus having power over all of creation. He was there in the beginning when the world was created. He assisted in the creation. He is God in the flesh. And we're going to talk about that and how that is revealed in his ministry here on earth. When him and the disciples were in the boat and it was being tossed from side to side, Jesus was asleep in the back of the boat. The disciples were frightened because they thought they were going to die. They woke Jesus up and they said, "Jesus, don't you care we're going to die?" And they're crossing the Sea of Galilee, and Jesus stands up in the boat and he tells the waves and the wind to stop, to just be still. And they do. The waves calm, the wind stops blowing, and there's silence. And Jesus shows his power over all of creation. And that's this Sunday in a nutshell, really, is that Jesus has power over all of creation because he is God. And if he has power over creation, how much more power does he have over our lives and the events that happen in our lives day to day? But in small group, you have two activities with water. When the kids come back from large group, you're going to fill a big bowl with water from the sink in your classroom. Put it in the center of the table. You'll put a little boat in the middle of the water, and the kids will have an opportunity to kind of splash around in the water and make waves and try to sink the little boat. But then you're going to do a faith experiment with a paper clip. Take the paper clip and drop it in the middle of the water. It sinks, obviously. But then you'll take a piece of tissue or a paper towel, lay that on the water, and do the surface tension. It will float temporarily, and then you take the paper clip and lay it flat on the top of the paper towel. And when you do that, the paper towel will keep the paper clip flat on the surface of the water. And just watch it. It shouldn't take more than 30 seconds, and that paper towel becomes saturated with water, and it'll get really heavy, and it will sink to the bottom of the bowl, but the paper clip will float on top. And in your lesson, I detail how to explain how that ties in with faith. But that's this week in a nutshell. Appreciate everything you're all doing, and looking forward to seeing you Sunday at our meetings. Remember, be there at 8:40 if you're serving the first hour, and be there at 10:40 if you're serving the second hour. Thanks, guys.